He pushed the swinging door open and stepped inside. The proprietress and another woman were at a working table chopping vegetables. "Hello." The proprietress jumped. "Mercy!" The other woman faced them. "What are you doing in here?" Sterling tipped his hat. She had light brown hair, brown eyes, and like the other was overly thin but pretty. "I beg your pardon, ladies, but we've come to help." The women stared at him, looked at each other, then stared some more. "You want to what?" the proprietress said. He smiled at them. "You did say there was just the two of you, so we concluded that in order to get what we want in a timely manner, we should help you. Do you mind?" The women exchanged another look, then shook their heads. "The buckets for the first bath are already heated," the dark-haired one said, and pointed at the stove. "Very good." He turned to his brothers. "You heard her. Dump those in the tub upstairs, and someone can claim the first bath." "But only 2 buckets," Conrad said. "Add a little cold water and make do," Sterling said. He gave his attention back to the women. "Can we get water from the pump at the sink, or would you prefer us to use the one that's outside?" The women exchanged another look, as if they still couldn't believe they were helping. "There's a pump outside," the proprietress said. "You can use either one." "I say," Wallace said as he entered the kitchen, "but what are you making?" "Oh," the proprietress said, "beef stew." "And biscuits," the other woman added. Wallace licked his lips. "Jolly good. I'm starving." Irving's eyebrows shot up. "After all those apples?" Sterling smiled at them. "You'll have to excuse us. My brothers and I are not used to being on the road. When we discovered some apple trees outside of town, we ate our fill." The proprietress nodded. "That happens a lot." He tipped his hat. "Excuse me while we get started, and please continue with what you're doing." "Yes," Wallace said, "by all means." He eyed the vegetables they were putting into a large bowl. Sterling grabbed him by the shoulder, turned him around, and escorted him through the kitchen door. Oliver and Phileas each took a nearby rag and grabbed a bucket to haul upstairs. Irving took the large kettle. "All right, you win," Conrad said. "If there's just the 2 of them, they need the help." "Let's not make a habit of this," Oliver said. "We shouldn't have to draw our own baths in a hotel." Sterling entered the lobby. "It's not going to kill you. Besides, these people do it all the time for themselves. Did you ever think of that?" His brothers looked at one another and shook their heads. "I didn't think so. Now, let's get to work."